Hi everybody, I'm Christina. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna share with you my January wrap-up. So in January I read 5 books and 3 mangas and I enjoyed every single part of it. No, I didn't. First of all, I started reading because of the Bibliothon, and during the Bibliothon I read 2 books. The first one was The Japanese Lover, and this one I used for the Read a Diverse book. And why is it diverse, besides that one of the characters is Japanese? Well, first of all, the author is Latin. And I know, you might tell me, Christy, you're Latin, that doesn't count. But I'm gonna tell you it counts, because if you've been watching my videos, you probably know that I mainly read American books. I read, or books from the UK, but I don't really read Latin books, even though I'm Latin. I just don't. So I decided, okay, I'm gonna read a Latin author here. So that's one. 2, the characters, they're super diverse. Alma Velasco, a Polish girl that left Europe before World War II happened, and she's a Jew, so thank God. So she went to live with her family, her extended family, in San Francisco, and then she met this lovely kid, Ichimin Fukuda. He's Japanese, of course, and he lives with his family, so we have all the Velascos and all the Fukudas. The story starts when she is old and she is in this retirement home, and we keep going from present to past and past to present, so we can see all her life and what's going on right now based on what happened before. She falls in love with this Japanese kid, and they have this on and off relationship for her entire life, and a lot of drama happens, like a lot. She lived through the Japanese concentration camps, she lived through World War II, and it was, like, for example, she wanted to be with Ichimin, but it was illegal. Her brother fought in the war. It's just like her entire life, something historical kept happening. So that's why I tell you it's like very dramatic, but in a very good way. Also, the other characters are Seth, her grandson, and Irina, who is a Moldovan immigrant, and she takes care of all the businesses of Alma Velasco. She helps her through everything in the retirement home. So we see her story and Alma's story, but the main character is Alma. And this, of course, is a love story. The author, Isabel Allende, she really knew how to balance everything in her book, like the tragedies, the historical part, the romance, and like the mix of characters, because you see from a lot of points of views and you see what's happening with each character. So good. I gave this book 4 stars. I didn't give it 5 just because it was a very passive book. It almost didn't have any dialogue. I want to believe that the author did this because we're talking about her entire life and the past. But at some points it dragged a little bit. I mean, the only reason I finished this book is because the story was so good that I wanted to know what was gonna happen. And the ending, I was just like, I need to know what's gonna happen. And the characters are very interesting. So that's why I wanted to read it so badly. But the writing, I'm not saying the writing is bad. I'm not saying that. You just have really long and dense paragraphs with descriptions, and she told you everything. It was all tell, no show, and that's why it's not 5 stars, but I would highly recommend it. After that, I was just like, oh, I want to read everything. So I picked this other book that everyone was recommending, that was part of the Goodreads Best Romances of 2016, to accomplish 2 challenges. The first one, read your favorite genre. I have to say, my favorite genre is romance. I have to accept it. So, romance. And also a book that was released in 2016, so I picked Paper Princess. I didn't... This book. Okay, what can I tell you about this book? I've seen that a lot of people on YouTube love it. They're like, you have to read it, I highly recommend it. I won't. I enjoyed reading it, and that's why I kept doing it, but I don't think the writing was really fast and it was really easy to read and everything. It's just the story. I mean, it felt like a soap opera because the drama, like the Japanese Lover had a lot of drama, but it was believable because they were things that were happening in okay, too much sun. Because they were saying things that were happening in real life. It's like I feel the author picked everything that could happen to a lot of people and just made it happen to just one family, and that I didn't like. But at the same time, it was really addictive. I wanted to know what was gonna happen. Every single time something huge happened, I was just like, yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know how I feel about this book. I gave it 2 stars, but I read the trilogy. What does that say about me? Because the other 2 books, I gave them 3 stars. I felt they were more interesting and I could connect a little bit more with the characters, because the characters in the first book were so annoying. Let me explain to you what was the book about. This is a story about Ella, this girl that has been supporting herself by stripping because she had to first pay her mother's bills because she had cancer. I believe it was cancer. And then when her mother died, she had to support herself and she didn't want to go to the foster home or enter the foster system. So she didn't tell anyone that her mother died, and she kept stripping in order to pay for everything in her life. But one day, this rich guy came out of nowhere and said that he was her legal guardian because he was the best friend of her father. But her father only recently knew that she existed and he wanted to contact her, but he died. He takes the girl to his place, and it's like this huge mansion because he's like really rich. And he has five sons, and all of them hate her. And they are very nasty to her. But I still wanted to know what was going to happen with the story. The beginning of the book was really nice. I connected to the story. I was just like, oh, this could be very interesting. Then the drama and the boys. And this guy, Reed, he's like the bad boy because he had this past. Like, we all know that trope. He falls in love with her. I get that. But he does it like in a very strange way. He's just like obsessed with her. He's not obsessed with her, but it's just like they haven't really talked and he's just crazy about her. And I'm just like, dude, you don't even know this girl. Like, what the? So 2 stars. But it's addictive, guys. It's really addictive. I read the 3 books in 2 days or 3 days. I don't know, but I just needed to know what was gonna happen. So I'm gonna talk about spoilers here. I'm gonna put the cover here, you know how the deal is, and then I'll take it out when the spoilers are done. But all the story about her father being dead and then back to life, and that he was just like so overprotective about Ella and he didn't let her do anything. I hated that so much. I hated Mr. Royal's fiance. I can't remember the names of the characters, I'm sorry, but I hated her. And when she died, I was just like, thank God, but this is just such a soap opera. And then Reed was supposed to, like, Reed was framed, and at the end, it was her father. It's just like, guys, yeah, right. Too much suspension disbelief here, because I'm like, guys, this things doesn't happen in real life. Maybe they do, maybe I'm just naive and I think they don't. I believe that these things happen, but not all of them to one family or to one person, you know what I mean? And now I'm Latin. I've watched a lot of soap operas, and I felt I was reading one. Then I read Always with Love. I love these characters. This book is by Giovanna Fletcher. It's the sequel to Billy and Me. I loved Billy and Me. Billy and Me is about this guy that is really, really famous and this girl who doesn't even watch TV or just movies, nothing, and they meet and he falls for her, she falls for him, but he's like really, really famous. You really care about the characters. It's not like, yeah, the fame stuff is relevant, but not as relevant as the lives of the people in the town where the main character lives.
Oh my god, where are my words? Where's my storytelling?
The town where Sophie lives is so cute. I want to visit it. I don't know if I would want to live there because I love cities, but I would love to be there for a while. So the first one, Billy and Me, was amazing. I would totally recommend it. So when I heard there was a sequel, I was just like, I need to read this. I believe the first one was much better, but I still really like this one. I mean, it's their life, and they're finally together. It's not this thing where, oh, they fall in love, which is very, like, I love the part of the story where they fall in love, but here they are already in love and it's their life together. And so the thing is, I gave it 3 stars, and I believe it was because the 2 main characters spent too much time apart, and I didn't like that. And some little tiny things were very predictable, but then I still enjoyed the book. I still did. And finally, I read 3 mangas from Ranma and a half. I don't know if you've watched this anime, I don't know if you've read this manga, but it's one of my favorites. I've never read the manga. I've watched the anime lots of times. So when I was reading the manga, actually it's just the same as the anime. Ranma is the story about this guy who trains martial arts. During one of his trainings in China, he fell on this magical pond, and now every single time
that someone throws cold water on him, he turns into a woman. And he gets back to be a boy if the water is warm.
That's basically the idea, and here we have like arranged marriage and kick-ass women. It's all about this love story and the martial arts. And it's really funny. No, it's not really funny. It's hilarious. It's just part of my childhood, and I don't know, I felt very nostalgic reading it, but I will totally recommend to watch the anime or read the manga because you will have lots of fun. And that's it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and subscribe depending on where you're watching this, and let me know in the comments, do you have a favorite book that you read in January, or have you read any of the books that I have mentioned here? I'm Christina. I make videos every Tuesday. See you later. Bye!